There's a nasty big misconception that women love muscular steroid freaks. There are a lot of videos out there that try to support this, but unfortunately women are not attracted to muscles, especially the gym body you believe they are attracted to. This is attractive, this is not attractive. You must once and for all accept that the face beats the body every time. The face is around 80%, height comes second, and lastly, it's the physique and fashion, which is almost useless for real romantic attraction. If your shoulders are wide, your waist is smaller, and you are lean, you do not need to watch this video, as that what's ideal. If you lack these features, you will need to use the gym and eat a real healthy diet to achieve an attractive body. Being lean with visible muscle is perfect, and if you have the perfect V shape, you will be the equivalent of the perfect hourglass girl. Before we start, I want you to forget all the gym selling techniques you learned from gym cells and homolifters. Most of the advice given is unhealthy and will age you faster. I also want you to stop bullshitting yourself into believing that you are doing this for yourself. You are doing it to attract women. And by admitting that to yourself, you will focus more on the female gaze. Lastly, I want you to know that the more you work out, the more you are aging your body. The more stress you are experiencing, the older you get. That can be any kind of stress, no matter what. For example, if you hate your job and don't sleep enough, you are basically aging yourself faster. That said, let's get into it. So first, you need to be lean. To achieve this, there are a few ways. First, and this is the healthiest so far, transitioning to a healthy ketogenic diet. The healthiest diet is an animal-based diet. You can look more into it, but a basic view is that you will cut or limit carbs and only eat meat, organs, and raw milk and cheese. You must consume oranges or other fruits, but no grains or seeds. If you're not counting on changing your diet, you can start doing more cardio. But I don't recommend this before trying a carnivore diet. Now, as for the gym training, what I recommend is 2 to 3 days per week to limit stress, and only training your shoulders mostly and your chest for a bit. That's it. Those are the only muscle groups I suggest. Of course, abs do matter a bit, but being lean is enough and you don't need further investment. Please remember that the more you train, the older you get. Age is a killer. When it comes to attraction, we want to stay as young as possible to attract younger and more fertile women. A disclaimer is whatever you do, never train your traps ever. It's the easiest way to ruin your body aesthetic, basically.
The best lift for your traps. I get this question all the time. There's so many variations of...
Man, just shut the fuck up. What happens if you train your traps over long periods of time is that the shoulders bones will shift, and that will give you that disgusting low shoulders look that is pretty much non-reversible. What you must do is quite the opposite, and that is shifting the bones to broaden them, not lower them. From my experience, shoulders bones width can grow wider, especially in teens with the right exercises. Now, many people assume that it's impossible to grow your shoulder width no matter how much resistance training you do, and that is all just genetics. That is just not true. If it was the case, then all Olympic swimmers won't have such wide shoulders. Even the women have wide shoulders. How would you explain this? Knowing that it's impossible for most women to develop these kind of wide masculine shoulders naturally, it's simply because of long periods of training that made the shoulders broader. Not only adding muscles, but also expanding the clavicles. Of course, almost all these women started at a young age, so there is that to remember. I'm going to be linking the full PDF on my Patreon, so check it out. I have put all the exercises and details you will need to look into. Some exercises I included are the shoulder dislocation, Reeves deadlift, which is a shrug not deadlift, and many more other exercises. These will broaden your shoulder bones over time. Add some muscles in the anterior head, lateral head, and posterior head. These are the muscles you want to grow. As for those that want to bulk up, I will suggest to eat a lot more raw dairy, fat, and fruits. You can also add natural honey to your diet. It's a probiotic and overall healthy. If you want to lean down and maintain your body weight, then eat a lot of fish, red and bird meat, fat and organs, some fruit and dairy, but keep them low. One other thing is supplements. Well, you will never need supplementing anything if you eat what I recommended, and you will acquire creatine if you eat raw meat. That will heal the tears from workout faster. Of course, you will need grass-fed, farm-raised animals, not random store meat. By the way, I don't support factory farming. I only support small farms and free-range farming. If we all decided to stop eating shit and support our local farmers, then we will all be happy and healthy. Now, for those that don't have an ideal body type and don't want to work out, follow the diet and wear broad shoulders clothing. This is a very good soft maxing trick. Funny as it sounds, wearing these kind of clothes will guarantee more results than working out. That's reality, so I do recommend it. and no amount of gym coping or misinformation will change it. What I suggest, especially for older guys, is to wear shoulder pads. These can look exaggerated sometimes, but believe me, they do work. They will give you this effortless V-shaped look that is attractive. This is the best kind of soft max you can do when it comes to clothing. Obviously, I have to make a separate video when it comes to fashion and clothing in general. What are the best kind of styles you can try for specific phenotypes and so on. But overall, wearing these is a savior, so don't hesitate to try them out. So that was it for this video. Make sure you have turned on the notification tab to get notified when I drop new video. If you like what I'm doing, you can support all my work by joining my Patreon memberships. I appreciate all your support, so thanks.